international berry. Comment allez-vous? J'espère que vous allez très bien. Okay, good day and welcome to the lesson for today. I hope you have been staying safe at home. Today we're going to have a new lesson on the board, and this lesson is for Js1 and Js2. So the topic on the board is le passé composé. Passé composé here is simply past tense, something that has passed. So today we're going to be concentrating on how to form this passé composé. It's like saying, how do you write your past tense? How do you form past tense? So, you know, in English we have a way of writing past tense. So for French, we have things we have to look at. Those basic things we have to look at when we are talking about passé composé. Like I said, passé composé is talking about something that has passed. So basically, to form passé composé of verbs, you know, we have different kind of verbs. The ones that end in ER, IR, and RE. They are different kind of verbs. Like we mentioned in class already, we have first group verbs, second group verbs, third group verbs. We have regular and irregular verbs. So now, on the board, you see that to form your passé composé, we have to look at two main things, and this is auxiliary verb. Now, this auxiliary verb is a helping verb that does not stop the main verb from coming to play. So we have être or avoir. Être or avoir here is going to be conjugated in the present tense. Être or avoir is going to be conjugated in the present tense. So when we have être, we have to conjugate être here present tense, which is je suis, tu es, il ou elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, il ou elle sont. So you also have avoir, which you are going to conjugate in the present tense. J'ai, tu as, il ou elle a, nous avons, vous avez, il ou elle on. Il ou elles on. Okay, now you've conjugated the auxiliary verb, the être and avoir in the present tense. We look at the next one, which is the participe passé. Participe passé. In English, it is called past participle. So the past participle for a verb that ends in ER is like this. Example, you use the verb that ends in ER to be parler. So you are going to have this. Parler here has to do with avoir, or is either you use avoir or être. Now we're going to look at verbs that use être and verbs that use avoir. Most verbs take on avoir as their auxiliary. So now we're going to look at also know the verbs that use être as their auxiliary verb. Now before we continue, we were talking about participe passé, and the verbs that end in ER, their participe passé is ER with the accent there on top, and then the IR verb, the participe passé is I. For RE verb, the participe passé is you. So the next thing you're looking at is the passé composé of certain verbs which indicate movement are formed with être. That's what I said. And we are going to look at verbs that take être as their auxiliary verb. we are still on how to form this passé composé. Next week we will look at examples and examples and examples, and then see the passé composé in full and in a dialogue. For today, let's continue by looking at verbs that have être as their auxiliary verb. Like I said, some verbs take être as their auxiliary, but most verbs have avoir as their auxiliary verb. Now, the verbs that take on être are movement verbs. Movement verbs. What do I mean by movement? Verbs that have the action of moving from one place to another, like go on or go, come, go out, and climb, down, up, and so on. So we have few verbs here. We have aller, aller you know is to go, partir, partir is to leave, sortir, sortir is to go out, arriver, arriver is to arrive, arriver is to arrive. Then we have monter, monter is to climb. So you see all these verbs are movement verbs. So all the movement verbs in French take on être as their avoir, as their auxiliary verb rather. So we have number 3, pronominal verbs in the passé composé are also conjugated with the verb être. You know pronominal verbs are verbs like s'amuser, s'amuser, s'appeler, s'appeler, and so on. Those are pronominal verbs, and we also we've learned how to conjugate these pronominal verbs. So when you are talking about passé composé, concerning pronominal verbs, you know you use être. So the last thing we're going to look at now is the past participle of verbs in the third groups are different. So here we mean, you know, the third group verbs are verbs that don't just concentrate on whether it's er or this or that. Their conjugations vary in one way or the other. Now you see that partir here, which is a ir verb, is this. You see, look at now the participe passé, participe passé. But look at mettre. Like you see, mettre ends in er or re rather. So looking at what we have written here, instead of it ending in u, they are very, very irregular verbs. Verbs in third group are very, very irregular verbs. So by that irregular, we mean when conjugating it, there are some changes. They don't follow the normal rule. So since the verb mettre ends in re, it's supposed to be you as in participe passé, but look at the participe passé now. So you have to memorize those verbs in third group that have different participe passé. So you see apprendre ends in re, but see the participe passé. We have comprendre, we have a different one here instead of following the normal rule like this. Okay, having looked at all these, make the class short. We're going to stop here for today. The next time we meet, we are going to look at examples of passé composé in full. So now we're going to say goodbye and see you later. Au revoir.